With all the Universe Beyond sets and Secret Lairs dropping, you have to ask yourself, what's next? We're preparing to head into space, and we decided to think about what else would we want to see if we were in space.
One of the expected properties that there is to see is Star Trek. There were some leaks.
Wait, that treatment's so cool if that's real. I love that it looks potentially like very movie-esque, very like vintage television-esque.
It could be cool. I think Star Trek would probably be a full set. There's so many different seasons, movies. You could just kind of pluck from there forever. For me, an expected Secret Lair that I would love to see, that we kind of built out our own version of it, which will be a later video, is a Fantastic Four Secret Lair. Mm-hmm. What do you want to see in there? Transparently,
I'm not super up to speed.
Transparent? Are you saying that because you're like...
And then also super up to speed. Wow, mm-hmm. that was super cringe.
Well, no one really has speed. That's incredible.
Yeah, but I said super speed.
It's
just too on the nose for superhero jargon.
That's fair.
I don't even know that I saw the first movie that came out. I just know that everyone says it's awful. And that Jessica Alba was in it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, some people could say it's awful. There he is. Yes. These kind of fall in line of expected, but maybe also things that we'd like to see. I think a full Dune set would be pretty cool.
Yo, having like a worm commander would go crazy.
Shia-Lud.
Yeah. And then every time you put your commander in, you're like, ah!
How do you say it? Lisan
al-Gaib. Lisan al-Gaib.
I don't think he laughs when he says it.
It just feels unnatural for me.
Oh, interesting, because you don't have a beard.
Yeah. I need like sand flying in my eyes. I need to be like in genuine wonder. But that's how it would be if this was a real set.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Are you looking for like commander decks here? Are you looking for, like the Spider-Man set, just a set, no art?
I feel like they're already doing slivers in Eternity, but like imagine like slivers but worm skinned. That'd be crazy.
I mean, interesting. I have a suggestion coming up for that.
Yeah, I'd be happy with anything here. I think it would deserve more than a Secret Lair, though.
I agree.
Yeah.
All right, next up on the list, I don't know if you ever watched this, but Battlestar Galactica.
I have not watched it, I don't think, but I've obviously heard of the IP. It's pretty iconic.
Similar to Doctor Who. I mean, not really, so fans that are fans of this, like, please don't freak out right now. But similar to Doctor Who, you know how they have, like, Daleks, the robots?
Yeah.
Okay, well, never mind. They also have similar robots that,
it doesn't have robots
do stuff
in
that
space.
Don't like humans.
Name me a better combination. I'll wait.
There's a character named Starbuck, though, so you could have a Starbucks deck.
Nice.
One that would be close to my heart would be a Mass Effect set. I assume you did not play that
I did not play that one, but I knew how big it was going around. When I started getting into like PC gaming, when I finally discovered, was like had access to a PC, that was like pretty much all I heard about back in the day was like Mass Effect. I'm aware of what it is, and maybe one day I'll go back and play it. But I think that'd be pretty hype. I don't feel like there's any, PC gamer that would be disappointed with that.
I would love to see a full set, but my guess here is that I think you would just want to do Mass Effect's greatest hits and do a Secret Lair.
Yeah, I think a Secret Lair would make more sense for that. I don't know how big the world is.
It's pretty decent, but I think a Secret Lair could probably scratch that itch.
Yeah.
The next up, which I feel like they've hinted to over this year with the different store promos that they've done, is, and this was your suggestion,
Cowboy Bebop. Yeah, that was my suggestion. So I watched a lot of cartoons growing up because I didn't play a lot of I did play a lot of games, but I was a Nintendo person, so not a lot of space happening in Nintendo during my time, I think, when I was younger.
Star Fox would be a sick one.
Oh my god, how did I forget that? Star Fox would actually be sick.
We need your help, Star Fox.
There's more than a Secret Lair there, but not enough for a full set.
What about back to Cowboy Bebop?
Yeah, back to Cowboy Bebop. I watch a lot of cartoons, so Cowboy Bebop would be something I'd like to see. I think they did. Did they not release? What did they release previously about Cowboy Bebop? Okay, yeah, we need actual Cowboy Bebop stuff. I don't think this is I don't know that this is a full set. That feels like kind of a lot.
Yeah, I would think Secret Lair.
Yeah, I think I'd be fine with the Secret Lair.
I would love to see Dead Space. I doubt you ever played that game.
No.
You wouldn't want to see it, or you never played it?
I never played it.
It's, hold on, let me show you
The Dead Space in my memory.
This is the emergency maintenance team of the USG Kellyan responding to your distress call.
The whole concept is you're like an engineer, and basically like space zombies, body horror stuff happens.
Interesting.
And while the game is pretty grotesque, a lot of the OG black cards are pretty grotesque. So I think you could lean into some of that.
Yeah, I mean, this is super cool. I think space horror is pretty sick. I mean, we've done like a Junji Ito Secret Lair, right? So doing like a horror isn't too out of the realm. They kind of like lightly touched on it with Duskborn. So I feel like you could lean into that. You could edge into eternal horror with space.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
I have so many fond memories of this game. It was actually so much fun. As we're talking about horror, probably stuff that you don't have a lot of affinity for. Alien, I think, is a perfect IP for Magic. You remember earlier when you were talking about slivers?
Yeah.
They quite literally look like aliens.
I am both intrigued and afraid of what I am about to
I
discover.
mean,
I think that this would be an incredible...
look at how cool that is.
Yeah. I think this would be an incredible... Like, that's giving... She's giving Atrax... Is it Atraxa?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, kind of Atraxa vibes.
It's giving Atraxa vibes.
They're very similar, and I think while it does take away from the Alien IP to remove xenomorphs from the creature, I think it adds a lot in terms of value, plus, you know, like people wanting to actually go out and get the cards and play with them if there is a deep pool to use, right, of having all the other slivers. So I think either one, they would make them slivers, or like slivers remove the alien, or they make a new rule which they are xenomorphs, but xenomorph also counts as sliver. Adjacent to Alien, I think another way that they could go is Predator, and I'm not talking about the ones in real life, but the one from Alien.
Oh, so they exist separately.
Predator.
It's not always versus.
No,
it's
correct.
Alien, it's Predator, it's sometimes versus.
Yep.
Oh, okay, got it.
Actually, I think they were not together originally, and then they joined them.
Wow,
But what's
horrific
interesting
love
is
story.
that you see the sliver here
Yeah.
looks a lot like the Predator from Predators, right?
Wait,
With, like,
that's not a Predator?
No, this is
That's
actually a sliver card.
crazy. That looks just like one of the Predators. I haven't even watched this, and if you had asked me, I would have said that that was somebody's like fan-made design.
No, I think there's like a lot of cool equipment stuff that they could do, and I think they could keep it to like one single layer for Predator. You know, it's like maybe a unique card, and then, you know, a couple equipments.
Yeah. Did you say Alien should be like the full set?
No, it could, but I think it would be better as a layer. Like
Yeah, I think a layer,
layer.
and you could also couple it with Predator, and then really give people something really full and big feeling, because I feel like those two have started to become closer and closer as time has gone on.
You know, there were some weird ones, there were some horror ones, there were some video game ones. Now let's talk about the complicated ones, and I'm going to save the best for last. So first complicated one is going to be Rick and Morty. I think it's complicated.
Why is that complicated?
Because I feel like, I could be wrong, and I feel like sentiment is turning, but I think after the Justin Roiland stuff came out, people started having lower opinions of the IP as a whole just due to how close to it he was. While it is still entertaining from the couple episodes I've watched recently, I do feel like people are not keeping up with it as much, and it's not really that high like turn in pop culture. I feel like there's a ton of other things that are taking attention from people. This is one that I feel like may have to wait a minute for it to either catch back on or for people to miss it. Because right now, I don't know that people have had the opportunity to miss it because it's still going on and people are kind of not caring about it.
I can't f***ing do this anymore! That was seriously up. This was insane. That was pure luck. I was not in control of that situation at all.
I would really love like a Rick commander because I think it would just be mono blue and it would just counter everything. Like I think that would be absolutely troll. But yeah, I think this would have to be something that really sticks to the core characters. Doesn't try to do too much. I think like, yeah, there was, you know, definitely a time and place for Rick and Morty, and while I still remember the first season pretty fondly and some of the seasons we watched during COVID, what a time. But yeah, this would be something I would want to be smaller.
This is a Meeseeks box. Let me show you how it works. You press this. I'm Mr. Meeseeks! Look at me!
I feel like Meeseeks is definitely like a token generator deck because you just end up with like 1,000 Meeseeks and they're all just like, yeah, they're all just beside themselves. So there's just so many iconic characters that I think are, you know, the essence of it is still funny, provided you don't go too deep into it.
Maybe I hate myself. Maybe I think I deserve to die. I don't know.
The next two are pretty complicated because they both have their own card games at varying levels of success. I think Gundam would be a fantastic full set. I could see us getting a Secret Lair due to the fact that it has its own card game that literally just launched.
Gundam could be cool, but definitely I'm thinking Secret Lair for that.
Gundam's been getting around too. Like they've licensed a ton of stuff over the last couple of years. Save the best for last. You know, they could probably do like 6 full sets with this. Star Wars as Universes Beyond.
You know, I know you had a script and you said the best for last, and I still didn't know what you were gonna say,
Really?
which is crazy. Yeah, I should have realized you were about to say Star Wars. I will never be able to run from Star Wars as an IP. So like, yeah, bring it the fuck on. Like, put it in a Magic set. Put it in like 5 Magic sets.
You'll never be able to run.
No,
from it.
I could.
Dread it, run from it.
Yeah, Star Wars is like the
Destiny
IP.
Solaris.
That's like the snail that if it touches you, you die. What is that? Have you heard of that?
Yes.
Like, yeah, the snail. You're like filthy fucking rich or something, right? But like if the snail touches you, you like lose all your money and die or something. That's Star Wars. Star Wars will find you wherever you go in the galaxy. There will be Star Wars. That is like death, life, taxes, and Star Wars or something. That's it.
Yeah, I think Star Wars would be incredible. Just as cool as Star Trek would be, Star Wars would definitely dwarf the fuck out of it because it's way sicker. Imagine like just the lightsaber equipment would just go gnarly.
Also, Baby Yoda as a commander deck.
Grogu? You meant to say Grogu.
Baby Yoda. And I would anger everyone.
He just
by
creates foods.
Constantly saying, yeah.
Little frogs.
Yeah, that would be really cute.
Would he make frogs and eat the frog tokens, or would he make food that were frog art?
It would make foods, but the foods would be frogs, and then you could consume the frogs for life.
Nice. Oh, you know what would be really cool? Is like a token deck, but it's creating clones.
Oh, that's interesting.
That would be really sick.
That'd be super cool.
I think you would do like a Vader Secret Lair that would have...
Vader would be black-red, right?
I think so. Black, red, blue. Because he has a Force. Force would be blue, I think.
You think the Force is blue?
100%. Because it's... Blue is supposed to be like knowledge and like magic.
Yeah, I guess that does kind of fit Vader. I feel like he, you know, constantly, for the most part, feels one step ahead of everyone else. I would be so critical of the Star Wars set, though, I think. I would be absolutely scrutinizing the art and everything, because I just think you just can't do Star Wars dirty. You only get one shot to do it right.
If it were a lair, it would need at least, you know, like 4 to 5 releases.
No, this is a full set, and maybe a set is like the chunks of movies in 3 pieces, at least.
And then noted by the last one. What? Actually, that's not true. There are a lot of Kylo Ren fans.
Absolutely, a Daddy Kylo Ren deck would be
like
a
really,
staple.
a really similar to the Jeff Goldblum.
The Chaos, the Chaotician. What's he called?
I don't. You may have never seen this.
Oh, you're not talking about the Chaotician card? Oh,
this card.
That's a real card.
Yeah, it's a real card.
I gotta
If you want to, this should be your next commander deck.
I gotta say that, you know what, no comment. But I love the essence of what was going on there.
Oh, it's a mill deck too. You'd be able to finally discover mill 2 cards and return a non-land card of your opponent's choice from your graveyard to your hand.
You're gonna discover the back of my head as I leave the table if you play that card against me.
No, I feel like Star Wars would just go crazy.
Yeah, of course.
But extremely complicated because they have their own card game. That being said, Marvel has its own digital card game, which I'm sure had nothing to do with the fact that it's not on Arena. And they had their own physical card game too, which I'm sure is doing extremely well, and a lot of people play it.
Absolutely.
Just like a lot of people play the Star Wars card game. Don't get mad at me, I know people do actually play that card game, I'm just kidding.
I would never speak badly about the mouse.
So, all that being said, what are you most excited for from these ones that we just pulled out of thin air?
From these hypothetical fake space sets, what am I most excited for? That's a good question.
Clearly the Fantastic Four.
Sure.
But outside of that,
Unspoken. I kind of think Dune. I think Dune would go crazy. It's pretty recent.
Listen, I gave.
just being able to dive deep into that lore that hasn't been explored yet in the movies, I think would be just weird enough for people to really get on board.
Yeah, and I think it would go good because there are new movies coming out. The actors and everyone in there is still around, still active, so it's just free marketing and promotion alongside whatever you're doing because it's a very alive movie series.
You're not wrong. And then you get special cards when you go see Dune 3.
Dude, I am old enough to remember going to the movies. And I don't know if they did this for other movies, but when you would go to the Pokemon movies when you were younger and you would get special promo cards.
Yep.
I still have my Mew and my Pikachu, right? I think they did a Pikachu too. Yeah, I still have.
Even with Detective Pikachu, they did one.
Dude, did I save? I hope I saved. I'm sure I saved those cards. I don't know where it is, but I've got my really, really old ones from, the 90s or the 2000s? Whatever those technically released. I want to say
You don't want to know when.
Yeah, actually, I've already had enough. You're right.
Well, that's about it for that. Make sure to subscribe, comment our Fantastic Four Secret Lair video and how we got there. Basically following along the process and how we landed on each card and each character. We created unique characters for that.
We totally created that. Thanks, everyone. See you in the next video.
Bye.